A little something for the weekend with Sam Hunt.
Yes, Sam Hunt, he's back after a wee hiatus, I suppose you'd call it. A little something for the weekend. Good morning, Sam.
Good day, Wammo. Good day.
Nice to have you back.
It's good to be back. I've the last two Fridays that we haven't spoken have led, in both cases, to fairly wild weekends.
Well,
it's all been work. It's all been in the name of work, of course.
Sure. Maybe we should change the day. If that's the pattern. We don't want those wild weekends to stop.
Oh, we want as many as possible.
Yeah.
No, it's been good. It's been busy. I've just had this new book out, Backroads.
I just got a copy in the mail yesterday, and it is beautiful. That's the way I describe it. It's gorgeous.
Oh, lovely.
And I just got a
Thank you.
Someone else actually sent me a message this morning because they heard that you were going to be on and said they had got a copy as well, and they were just astounded by it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and they're going
That's
to
good.
treasure it.
The Craig Potton people have done me really, really proud. You know?
But in fact, it said Sam Hunt's new book is the most beautiful one I've seen this year. Says Rachel Goodchild.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well, one of those blog people, don't know what they're all about, but the blog people,
yeah.
the bloggers. One of the blog people reckons it's his book of the year, book of the year or something. I don't know what that means.
Good.
But yeah, bugger all that. But it's good. It's good to know the baby's born and is breathing and those sort of things.
Indeed.
You know.
Yeah.
Speaking of that was an unconscious segue. But speaking of babies coughing and breathing and knowing that they're healthy, a very good friend of mine has just recently become a grandmother.
Oh,
as
nice.
one's old girlfriends tend to do when you get older.
Yeah.
When they become great grandmothers, you get really worried. But my good dear friend, she's just become, and she was telling me on the phone about holding this little chap who's only, at the stage a day or two old, and she just felt like it. She used the phrase something like it was like holding the love of the world or something, and it immediately brought to mind, and I'd like to take the chance of saying it, one of the great W.H. Jordan ballads, which I've always loved. Quite often there's a poem of his that I quite often do and shows, and I think I've done on radio, called Lady Weeping at the Crossroads, which is a great poem. Well, this is another one of those ballads. So may I read it by W.H. Jordan?
Yes, please.
It was written in the 1930s, and this is said most especially to Eileen and, of course, to the little chap, and to you all. Ballad. As I walked out one evening, walking down Bristol Street, the crowds upon the pavements were fields of harvest wheat. And down by the brimming river I heard a lover sing under the arch of the railway. Love has no ending. I'll love you, dear. I'll love you till China and Africa meet, and the river jumps over the mountain and the salmon sing in the street. I'll love you till the ocean is folded and hung up to dry, and the 7 stars go squawking like geese about the sky. The years shall run like rabbits, and here we go. For in my arms I hold the flower of the ages and the first love of the world. But all the clocks in the city began to whir and chime. Oh, let not time deceive you, you cannot conquer time. Oh, plunge your hands in water, plunge them and up to the wrist, stare at the basin and wonder what you've missed. The glacier knocks in the cupboard, the desert sighs in the bed, the crack in the teacup opens, a lane to the land of the dead. Oh, look in the mirror, look in your distress, life remains a blessing, although you cannot bless. Oh, stand at the window as the tears scald and start, you shall love your crooked neighbour with your crooked heart. It was late in the evening, the lovers, they were gone, the clocks had ceased their chiming, and the deep river ran on.
Gosh.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Isn't that beautiful? I just see it was written in November 1937. Yeah. And just a stunner. And when Eileen had said that thing about it was like holding the love of the world, the lines, for in my arms I hold the flower of the ages and the first love of the world. Bloody marvellous.
So true, eh?
So wonderful. Really good, yes. It's been good. See another poem which actually I've come across, again a poem that I have hog the odd poem of on our program, on this program, is the American poet Wallace Stevens, who a lot of people sort of get scared off by his obscurity. But I love his really simple poems, and one I've read or said, not read because I haven't got it written down, but I know it, called 13 Ways of Looking at a Blackbird, with that great verse, a man and a woman are one, a man and a woman and a blackbird are one. And then he goes on, I was of three minds, like a tree in which there are three blackbirds. So it's great. Can I read this little one here, Wammo?
Yes, please.
This is a lovely one, just a little 12-liner. 4 3-line verse. 1, 2, 3, 5 3-line verses of 15 lines. It's called The Snowman. One must have a mind of winter to regard the frost and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, and have been cold a long time to behold the junipers shagged with ice, the spruces rough in the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the wind, in the sound of a few leaves, which is the sound of the land full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place. For the listener who listens in the snow and nothing himself beholds, nothing that is not there, and the nothing that is. So there you are.
Very, very cool.
Isn't he good?
Yeah.
Wallace Stevens, he was his day job right through his life. I think he died in the 1950s.
What did he do?
He was an insurance agent.
Oh.
He was an executive of one of the big firms that's still going today.
How about that?
Yeah, Wallace Stevens. And as you're speaking about your favourites, with this book coming out with Backroads Wammo, the one of the radio programs, not this nice one here, but another one. Can I mention the name?
Sure.
ZB Talkback.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure they're nice people. They're going to do an interview with me, and they've got me to choose my 6 favourite bits of music.
Oh, okay.
And which is quite good, you know. So I immediately went to the Prokofiev cello sonata, which I love. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to have that, I want Bach's cello suite number 4, which is my favourite. And then I realised it was no good for their purposes. They wanted songs, you know, that they could play in 3 minutes. So can I tell you my little list?
Yes, please. Yeah.
No, you don't want to hear.
No, I do. No. I'm just laughing at the 3-minute thing.
You know, that's what I mean. You know, I mean, the Prokofiev, the Prokofiev sort of cello sonata was sounded great for all of 43 minutes. You know?
Can we get the radio cut of that, please?
That's right. That's
radio
right.
Edit.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the six I put just off the top of my head, really, but they're all songs I love. And the first one I've got is Barry Saunders' song from his last album, Zodiac, a song called Start Up Again.
Yep.
I love that song. Leonard Cohen, I've got Dear Heather, which is track 9 I've written down here from the Dear Heather album. We can't have any list without his Bobness being there.
No.
So Bob Dylan with song this take of Mississippi, which is on the Telltale Sign album.
Yeah.
That's track 1, disc 1. I've put there. Keith Richards from his Main Offender album, his song Eileen, perhaps for obvious reasons, but I love the song. Lucinda Williams. From Live at the Fillmore, Sweet Side.
Yep.
I love that one. I think it's about a brother, that one, isn't it? It's a beautiful, beautiful song, that. And then last but far, 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 far from least, DK himself, Mr. David Kilgour, with from his album Here Come the Cars, and the song Sometimes.
Ah, brilliant.
So that's my choice. Hey, wait, just before we go, can I quickly read you a brand new poem of mine?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Love to. Yeah.
Chord 39. This is brand new. This is said to those listening to Kiwi FM and Wammo, who's listening.
I'm still here.
Still here. I'm still here too. Here we go. So it's just called Chord 39. At high tide, the orchard was an island. Low tide, you'd barely notice it. A low dune beached on the hard. I got back there last week, first time in 49 years. Was high tide when I arrived, the orchard out front afloat. Tried working out how many tides would have flowed, rhymes, how many moons, how many deaths, 7 times, 7 times. Around here I lose count, and falling asleep, find myself inside some dream of a dream of a dream. Find myself turning like the tide, too tired to turn. But remember a bend in the Puhoi where a man and horse can cross, make it to the other side, just about any tide. Remembering too at full tide, the orchard is an island. Yeah.
I like that.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do.
That's a newie. Yeah, it's my new baby. Just giving that was the first cough we've just heard. Eh?
It's the love of the world in your arms.
Good on you, Wammo. Love of the world to you all, eh?
Thanks, Sam.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
That was a little something for the weekend with Sam Hunt, only on Kiwi FM.